when I went for the first SSB of mine in Allahabad, I spoke in Hindi. Officer who told me, Bhakuni, if you cannot speak in English, even the God cannot help you. This guy couldn't speak a single line. Guys, I myself was a bit surprised because I had expected him to pass, but not in the very first attempt, and he made it.
You can now get a free SSB course under the guidance of Major General Bhakuni at SSB Short Academy if you attend any of our written courses for NDA, CDS or FCAT. Attend 4 to 5 lectures daily and prepare with study material, mentor support, weekly feedback, mock tests and guidance by officers in our lush green 28-acre military campus. Call us now on 725-930-7111 for queries and registrations. Now let's get back to the video.
Yes, a very good question. In fact, this kind of question has been asked to me a number of times. Can we speak in Hindi during the interview? Or can we say few sentences during lecturate or group discussion in Hindi? Guys, let me be very frank. You are saying that can you say few sentences in Hindi? A Tamilian will say, can he say something in Tamil? A Malayali may say same thing. A Punjabi may say the same thing. Guys, there is no end to it. But frankly speaking, Hindi being our national language, understood by most of the Indians, one odd sentence if you speak in Hindi, it's okay, but change over to English as soon as possible. There is no problem. One odd sentence here and there is, but as soon as possible, you come back to English. Okay, that's very important. So for that, your second question is also very correct. How to improve English? Guys, let me tell you, most of us, in fact, I have also gone through this kind of background where one had to really learn this language. And in fact, I always have admitted it. When I went for the first SSB of mine in Allahabad, I spoke in Hindi, including my group discussion, lectures, everywhere I spoke in Hindi. And I realized I'm thankful to one officer who told me, Bhakuni, if you cannot speak in English, even the God cannot help you. And I started learning, and guys, believe me, in 4.5 months, I had my second SSB in Bangalore, 17 SSB after my Allahabad SSB. And I did pretty well. There was no problem. Now, I will tell you with my personal experience how you can master this language, at least so that you can sail through your interview process, guys. And trust me, the first thing which we do in this academy, why we force you to speak always in English. Rest of the languages are banned here. Why? Because till the time you give this commitment to yourself that you are only going to speak in English hereafter, you cannot improve English. So firstly, take this oath, take it as a determination, take it as a challenge that you from today onwards is going to speak only in English. That's number one step, guys. And trust me, gradually you will improve. Second thing, you have wonderful technology these days. Every day, because I have given this advice and people have followed it and they have made it. I can give you so many examples of this. Every day prepare one lecturate in the morning, one in the evening. Give this lecturate either to your parents, to your brother, sister, friend. Speak in front of someone. Confidently, after due preparation, with your good body language, and have your lecturate recorded. Imagine if you have 2 lectures recorded, one in the morning and one in the evening, and you watch it later. Guys, trust me, in 15 days, you'll find a change in your English, in your confidence, in your vocabulary, in your pronunciation. Look at that. You'll find a change in yourself. And the moment you do this prosper for 1 month, there is nothing that can stop you thereafter. So lecturate, I said, is another one. Third step. Let me tell you, to master this language, you got to read some books in English. Maybe on personality development. I have recommended lots of books. And it is there in every our students' channel. Please look for those books, and they are freely available in the YouTube. You don't have to buy these books also. I have recommended a number of personality development books. Read 10 or 12 books. Your imagination, your creativity, your English will improve by reading more and more. Trust me, a guy who has read about 30, 40 books in English, there will be a marked improvement in his language, in his English speaking. And the last and the fourth step, guys. And the fourth step is visualize yourself, imagine yourself that you are giving extempore speeches. You are speaking in English. And you are confidently participating in lectures, group discussions, and interview process in English. And you are able to hold your ground. Guys, if you follow these 4 steps, because I will give you 2 examples. One, there is a candidate here in the academy. The same question he had asked. His name was Vedans. And look at that. This guy couldn't speak a single line. And after this course, it was just before the corona, he stayed with us. And a lot of our candidates, our interns know him. He stayed here for about 3-4 months. And once I had told him, you will only speak in English. Can you believe this village boy did the same thing? And gradually his English improved. Within 3.5 months, he went for the SSB. Guys, I myself was a bit surprised because I had expected him to pass, but not in the very first attempt, and he made it. A guy who couldn't speak a single line in English. It is a live case. Another one. In fact, this guy is another beautiful story. It is a story of an army brat. A colonel sahab once rang me up, sir, my son has some issues. 3 times he has failed in the SSB. There was nothing wrong with him. He had studied in good school, but he used to stammer. He used to stammer a bit because once I took his interview, during the interview he confided with me when he was in the 9th class, the teacher, because he couldn't deliver a good debate, there was some debate selection going on, and the teacher scolded him very badly in front of the whole class. And he was virtually punished. And that guy, from that day onwards, his self-esteem went down, his confidence went down completely. And whenever he was under pressure, he used to stammer. And I realized that in the interview. Why this guy is stammering? And the same treatment which I had just told you to improve your English, I told him, you have no choice to give the lecture. I told his father that every evening before you go to sleep, please listen to his lecture. And gradually he spoke in front of his friends. Can you believe in 3 months his stammering went off completely? And this guy in his 4th attempt made it. Imagine an army brat. The same treatment. Guys, most of the difficult challenges in life can be met by simple steps. What have I recommended in this? Simple steps. Can't you do these 4 steps? If you are really determined to improve your English, nothing can stop you. The solution is very simple, guys. But you have to take this step. Will you take this step?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All the best, guys.